It was all tied up at 77 through 3 quarters last night in Memphis. Ja Morant had already recorded 29 points, but it was what he did in the clutch to close out a much-needed win at home that really stole the show. He had previously been poked in the eye and stated that he couldn't see, but after a couple trips to the locker room and some drops, he was ready to wreak havoc on an unprepared Warriors defense. He checked back into the game with just under 9 minutes left and a 3-point deficit. Memphis quickly knocked down 2 long-range shots, one of which Morant assisted on, but it wasn't until about halfway through the fourth quarter when Ja would mark his first points. The Grizzlies do a good job of spreading the floor for an isolation against Steph Curry, yet still you'll notice how close every Golden State defender is to the painted area. Morant goes to a hesitation and spin-gather combo that puts him right in front of the restricted area, where he can throw his body into Draymond Green for the and one. This time down the floor, he initiates the offense with a high ball screen, and because Jordan Poole didn't properly communicate or position himself to prevent dribble penetration, Ja is left with a free runway to the basket and takes off for a layup. On the very next possession, he again starts with a high ball screen going to his left. He rejects it and explodes to his right, uses a step through to get around the helping Klay, and somehow avoids getting his shot blocked with an offhanded scoop finish. Everything on this drive, from the explosiveness, to the balance, to the body control, to the shot adjustment and touch, show just why Ja Morant is so unstoppable going downhill. Warriors defenders know this too, so when he isolates against Klay from the top of the key and makes him bite on a jab at the paint, he's left with enough room to comfortably pull back for a triple. On this next one, he chews a decent amount of time off the shot clock before getting into action. Desmond Bane comes from the opposite corner to screen and get him a switch onto Poole for another isolation. He puts on an absolute ball handling clinic, sizing up and crossing over to first create space for a drive down the middle, then once in the paint using a half spin to snap Poole's ankles and leave Golden State with nobody to contest. He's actively hunting out this one-on-one matchup, but this time on the attack, 4 different defenders all step foot into the paint. Ja takes advantage by leaving the floor as if he wants to finish right over them, but instead kicks it out to the wide open Zaire Williams, who just misses. This possession wouldn't come up empty-handed though, as Morant's pursuit of the offensive rebound earns him a trip to the line where he knocks down both. On the other end, the Warriors quickly score a 2 to cut the lead back down to 1, putting the ball back in Ja's hands with just 40 seconds to go in the quarter. They quickly go 2 for 1 just in case they aren't able to get a bucket, but it doesn't really matter because Ja Morant just has too many counters for scoring around the rim. Now with a chance to tie the game at 104, Klay Thompson travels on a double jab step, giving Memphis possession to play the free throw game. It's like a wild goose chase as the Warriors defense tries to get to Ja and foul him because of how agile he is with the use of his handle. And if you're ever wondering just how insane this guy is, he made a highlight out of avoiding a foul. Of course, he sinks both free throws to extend the lead to 5, and on a missed 3-point attempt pulls down the final rebound of the game to secure a win and tie the series at 1-1. He would finish this game with a staggering 47 points, joining LeBron James and Kobe Bryant as the only players with multiple 45-point playoff games before turning 23 years old. 18 of those points came within the last 7 minutes, and he scored all of the Grizzlies' last 14 to close out this game. It seems like every single night he's putting together a new masterful individual performance while producing highlights like no other. Headed back to Golden State with an even series, let's see if the Warriors have an answer for the unrelenting play of Ja Morant. If you enjoyed this short breakdown, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn my post notifications on to be first on more content. If you're interested in my more in-depth research, make sure to check out my website, podcast, and social media profiles. You can find those links in the description. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you thought of this performance from Ja Morant and what the Grizzlies' ceiling as a team is. As always, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.